An analysis showing U.S. data centers consumed 183 terawatt-hours of electricity last year, roughly 4% of the country's total power. That's equivalent to the entire annual electricity demand of Pakistan. By 2030, that figure is projected to more than double to 426 terawatt-hours, as the AI boom drives unprecedented demand for computing infrastructure. It is November 9th, 2025. And you're watching the Threat Report. The report, based on International Energy Agency data, breaks down where that electricity goes. 60% powers the servers that process and store digital information, while 7 to 30% runs cooling systems that also consume billions of gallons of water. What's particularly striking is the gap between current AI-focused data centers and what's under construction. Today's typical AI hyperscale facility uses as much electricity as 100,000 households. The larger ones being built right now will consume power equivalent to 2 million homes, a 20 times increase driven by chips that require 2 to 4 times more watts than traditional processors. The geographic concentration creates localized grid strain. 1/3 of America's 4,000-plus data centers are located in just 3 states. Virginia leads with 643 facilities, Texas has 395, and California hosts 319. Half of all data centers under construction are additions to already large clusters. In Virginia, data centers consumed 26% of the state's total electricity supply in 2023. North Dakota hit 15%, Nebraska 12%, Iowa 11%, and Oregon 11%. When facilities cluster in specific regions, they can overwhelm local power grids, leading to blackouts if utilities can't supply enough electricity fast enough. Consumers are already seeing the impact on monthly bills. In the PJM electricity market stretching from Illinois to North Carolina, data centers accounted for an estimated $9.3 billion price increase in the 2025-26 capacity market. As a result, average residential bills are expected to rise by $18 per month in Western Maryland and $16 per month in Ohio. A Carnegie Mellon University study projects data centers and cryptocurrency mining could lead to an 8% increase in the average U.S. electricity bill by 2030, potentially exceeding 25% in the highest demand markets of Central and Northern Virginia. The energy mix powering these facilities matters for climate impact. In 2024, 44% of data centers ran on renewable sources like wind, solar, or nuclear. Natural gas supplied 40%, and coal accounted for 15%. The International Energy Agency predicts data center carbon dioxide emissions will rise from 180 million tons today to 300 million tons by 2035. A Center for Biological Diversity report released October 29th found that if data centers continue being powered primarily by fracked gas, they could account for 10% of economy-wide emissions and 44% of power sector emissions allowable under U.S. 2035 climate targets. Several states have responded with legislation. California, Illinois, Minnesota, New Jersey, and Virginia are weighing bills requiring or incentivizing data centers to drop power from renewable sources and report electricity and water usage. Tech companies are also turning to nuclear power. Google, Microsoft, and Amazon signed agreements with nuclear startups, and plans are underway to revive 2 retired nuclear plants, 3 Mile Island in Pennsylvania and Duane Arnold in Iowa, specifically to meet data center demand. Natural gas turbines, meanwhile, are largely sold out through the end of the decade according to Federal Energy Regulatory Commission analysis. The report highlights a fundamental tension. AI can improve healthcare, education, and productivity, but the infrastructure required to support it creates environmental and social costs. One ChatGPT query requires 2.9 watt-hours of electricity compared to 0.3 watt-hours for a traditional Google search, nearly 10 times more power for the same user action. As generative AI adoption accelerates, that multiplier effect compounds across billions of daily queries. This has been the Threat Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.